Okay, gang, this is Bob Moore, and we're going to talk about the noggin. There's three parts to us. Three. There's the noggin, there's the belly, and there's the digitals. And remember our logo. Every time you point at somebody else, there's three of them right back at you. This is basic stuff. What do you expect? You expect Steven Spielberg here? This is nothing more than an 80-year-old in a 20-year-old body, and I'm going to tell you the secret to the fountain of youth. Hang on. This is one of the big important ones. This is my drawing. Can you see it? Up there's the noggin. There's the belly. And there's a couple digitals, and there's two more digitals. You like that word digitals? I invented that. Now, today, we're going to talk about the noggin. That, baby, is the control center. That's what makes things go. Everything we put into our body comes through right there. That's the mouth. There's the eyes. There's the ears. That's where we see, feel, touch, taste, hear. And there's a computer up there, and it kind of gives some things. Like if you smell a certain thing, you say, aha, that smells good. That must be cornbread, beans, and onions, or whatever it might be. Woo, that doesn't smell so good. Wonder what that is. Now, let's talk about that noggin. We either use it or we lose it. That's a big deal. That's the control center. And the rest of the body answers to it. Like, I'll tell you a big one right now is sugar drinks. And here's what happens. The belly says to the brain, I'm thirsty. And the brain says, well, let's get something. And so we get this sugar drink. Now, the reason we get it is we're not using our noggin. We gave it to somebody else. We've replaced our own right to choose with some advertiser telling us. There are 3,000 to 4,000 bangs at our noggin every day, getting us to give up our noggin and let somebody else brainwash it. Well, anyhow, the belly says I'm thirsty. And so, with the digitals, we grab a sugar drink and we swiggle it down. And the belly says, that's good, but I'm still hungry. Because that sugar drink's got some chemical reaction in it that says, you drink this stuff, you can drink all you want, but you're still hungry. Hey, you suppose somebody knows that? When all these burger doodles, they got this sugar drink in a machine, and it doesn't matter whether you take the big one, the middle one, or the little one, they're all huge and humongous. And the more you drink, the hungrier you get, and the more you eat out of that stuff, the fatter we get. The more obese we become. Now, I tell you a secret, you ready? The brain will trick the belly. If you take just 2 old almonds and chew them real good, and take one big old thirsty glass of water, and you eat the almonds real chewed up, and the swiggles of water, and the belly says, that's good. And you know what? I'm not hungry. I'll tell you what. We can play games, but here's what we have to do. We have to decide whether we're going to choose to use our brain or let somebody else take it over. We've been brainwashed. Let me prove it to you. Here's a fun one, and don't you tell anybody the answer, but let's take a word. I'm going to invent a word called yelk. Y-E-L-K. Yelk. And with your help, we're all going to say that word real gutturally. Yelk. We're going to say that word 7 times. You ready? Here we go. Yelk. 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 And here's the question. What do you call the white of an egg? You know, the people haven't heard this before. Over 90% of them, including PhDs and brain stuff, will say yolk, Y-O-L-K. I'll bet you might have thought that word. But where you and I come from, if we've used that noggin, We all already knew the answer. The white of the egg's been called the white of the egg. And that yellow part's been called the yolk. Here's my point. They say something to you, whether it's true or false, 7 times, and they wash your brain. Let's use our noggin. Hey, gang, if that makes sense to you, tell your friends, tell 2, and have them tune in, because we're going to talk about the noggin and the belly and the digitals. It is so simple to lose weight and take it off and feel better. All you got to do is eat and drink the right stuff at the right time, in the right combination, and the right amount. And all you got to do is walk every day. Don't miss. And all you got to do is get a good night's rest and learn to relax. That's it. Until tomorrow, we'll see you again. Take care.